Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our conclusion, the decider. One of these teams will be making it through in the upper bracket, the other, well, they'll be in the lower bracket. Just slightly worse off, they still have another chance to fight back, but the fact is, it's that upper bracket where you want. You're only two best of threes away from getting through to the StarSeries $300,000 land, where all the other teams are confirmed. Either way, we are into cash and into our pistol round. It's going to be a heavy B defense already. It seems like this is quite common actually recently, especially although aggression from Solo. This makes things a bit more interesting. He finds out pretty much all the info. Not going to need to rotate anybody off. Dying in the corner. Events push will be coming in. It's looking like Navian looking to lead the charge. He will be able to find that first opener. There's still multiple players here, but still the T's are just ripping through. Nice couple of shots. Will bring it close. As Glow does some damage, gets himself 3 kills in fact, but with a stack like that on the site and nearly every single kill going the way of the T side, impressive stuff from Flash Gaming. They obliterate the stack. And now, well, likely to just be a force in from the MVP side. Picking up some CZs along the way. Glow could afford himself a CZ with armor and a kit and nades with the amount of damage he did in the previous round. T's going to look to try and challenge in towards middle. Bruce will be coming in on towards the vent. Actually, Zion manages to get quite far, but doesn't take anybody with him. There's a second kill already for the T side. Trade's just coming across the board. Solo with a hell of a lot left to do. He is literally riding solo at the moment. He's got 4 players pushing in his direction. By the looks of things, he's going to try and make some sort of hero play through the smoke. We'll actually spot the man looking to plant the bomb, but eventually is executed, and it will only be Mini left.
Bomb has been planted.
Trying to hold on to that Deagle, Kevlar, and a kit. Something to play with, at least, into the next round. But ultimately, it is going to be a second round on the board for Flash.
Terrorists win.
CT side, though, going to be left with absolutely nothing. It's not a survivor effort from Mini, and, well, they do actually find the one man, although it's a bit of a ring around the rosy as all the CT side are left into middle, spamming shots through, as it will be the flames burning one down, and it should be a fairly easy cleanup, although at least some damage being done. In fact, only down to just 2 players here. Zeph would need to do something incredible to win this one, but he has actually got them within a couple of shots each. If he hits one more, it's left all onto one, and he hits the shot as well! Where did that come from, Zeph? He's been hiding that in the locker. How on earth did he manage that? Flash Gaming are going to be absolutely kicking themselves. As now that's a huge bolster to the economy of MVP. And Zeph, well, he's got to have a semi on at that point. Like, that was absolutely ridiculous. T-side are going to be able to buy back in. Another Mac 10 brought into play, but that was nothing invested. either way. Still an equal chance for a reset by either side. Mini. Just going to be holding this more passive style of middle control. Although Solo's actually already peeking, so it's a little bit weird to have the AWPer watching that direction when you already have someone in mid. Like, Solo could surely just call, like, okay, they're coming this way now. You should probably swing your head around. They do have Glow just sat up above. And in the meantime, we do see this T side looking to bounce in towards this B site. Sneaking their way through. Zeph ready and waiting with the flashbang. Takes quite a lot of time to throw it, and well, he's dead before he can. Zine will fall as well, and this B site defense has not gone well at all. Solo will try his best, and I think the remaining CT players are just going to have to duck out of this round. Hold on to what they've got. Be holding onto what they've got in this round. The T side actually not hunting too much after what happened in the previous round. I can somewhat understand why.
Terrorists win.
And they will bounce back straight away. The sort of panic that came in the last round has been ended a little bit. They've sort of gone to their fans right now. It's like, look guys, calm down. Like, we screwed up though. But we're still here to play. We're still here to play. The USP round that didn't go too well. Now MVP on the other hand, in a little bit of trouble. They've got themselves some weaponry at least. The AWP will still be in onto Mini, and they're going to go much heavier onto this mid control this time. Solo going to be up close. Yet to get a kill on the board. Same for Mini, in fact. Bit of a spray coming through the door, but not anything that he'll panic about too much. But again, I don't blame the T side. They're going to go ducking back towards this B site. There's not been a good defense of it so far, so you can understand. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is sort of the Virtus Pro way, the Virtus Plow. Just keep going the same way, try and do as much damage as possible. Although Zeph is there once again. It seems the pistols are all but prominent for this man. Zine actually on the other side with the SMG, but he's going to get tagged down. Solo even rotating in from behind, and this is looking good now for MVP. Solo still waiting patiently, finds himself another. Can he go for anything more? He's damn close, but not quite, as he will be taken down. Line, well, doesn't get much easier than that, and now Zoking's going to be the only one left alive. Nice shot. Ooh, actually gets a second here. We've already seen one clutch with very little hope. He's in a similar situation now. A bomb plant here would actually be really nice, and he has to go for it because he doesn't have any time. Mini has an HE. He's actually not going to throw it. He's just going to go running into the site instead. Could have ended this without having to fight, but hey-ho. It's off with his head. There you go. It is going to be a second round on the board for MVP.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Here we go, though. Both teams' economy back onto the brink again. SMG for Zine. Doesn't seem to mind playing this weapon too much. Mini is going to be set up with his AWP, but still hasn't done too much yet. The one kill he actually has was with the USP in the last round, but hello, Zine. I don't know if he thought they were on an eco or just decided to go pure aggression, but he's going to go running in and find the opening kill. Summer will be dead within the first few seconds, and they're going to look to boost Zeph up into the vent. will be Molotov'd out, so I'm not going to be in there for long. Does look like this time, well, B didn't work, so Flash have used their 50-50 card and worked out that they can go towards A instead. Looking to try and split through middle. Very loose defense, and that somewhat hung out Mini to dry. We will have Glow still on the site, only managing to find one, and there's a cross being held and Solo doing work. Leaves it all onto one man left. Nabulent. 1 versus 3. Looking to try and recreate some clutch hype, but it isn't going to be happening. MVP 3 and 3. And although there's going to be a little bit of extra money for the T side, I imagine they'll just take the save. Interesting to see how much. Yeah, this is save territory. Go for a couple of pistols. Try and break back in the next round. The CT side won that round with a few players surviving as well, so chance for a reset fairly slim. I don't think I've ever seen a chat more filled with talk about the Mafia. So the weirdest sort, I find it quite weird, like, when I think of, like, Mafia stereotypes, I don't see, like, CSGO really being in there, but, you know, maybe I'm just an ignorant one. I'm just here watching some Counter-Strike and enjoying these two teams battling off. 1 AK, some pistols. Bit of a mixed bag, and well, one of the pistols is gone. Mini will be watching it towards middle once again. Solo tries to take the peek after the distraction of that AWP is created. And AK is now going to switch hands. It's the one value of sort of having the 1 AK is, as long as everybody has Kevlar, you can just juggle it about. Summer. Push in, trying to do work with the CZ. It's Zeph alone on the site. Going to manage to get a second, but eventually will be traded out. And even Solo falls as well. Somehow this has come back into a 2v2. It seems like when Flash are up against the wall, that's where they play their best Counter-Strike. Already. Phelan will go down, and it's left all onto one. Mr. Shanghai, I think, well, he should have gone down there. Instead, he's turned it back into a 1v1 and hits the headshot as well. These clutches are just coming out of absolutely nowhere every time. A player that should be dead to rights, winning the duel on the second as well. Now the CT side are the ones left with a force. Going to be aggressive once again. Summer, a little bit more aware of the potential this time, but still going to be tagged very low indeed. Has to run away from the HE. He's now looking to split over towards this A site once again. They've got the middle control. No AWP this time for Mini, so he can't take this battle. Somehow Glow will win it, but he can't find the close range shot. Instead, it's Zine to trade things back once more into a 3v3. Aggressive from Zoking. Pretty much in his nature. Back into a 2v2. AK will be retrieved by Zeph. Quick trade back. We'll leave it all into the 1v1. Zeph looking to try and create a clutch once more, but it won't be happening. Flash will win themselves another, and the money is going to be reset now. That is a good point. If you truly believe there is Mafia involved, why would you risk the bet? Ah! Oh, wait. I got a thing for this. If you would like to bet, you can, of course, head over to GG Bet, where you can bet your bettingness on the bets. There you go. There are the bets. I think I said bets enough time. GG Bet, that stuff. There you go. Get rid of this now. Already? It's pistols once again. I feel like Flash will be having flashbacks to what happened in the last time we saw a full eco. But, well, Zeph would have to have created a 1v5 with the USP that time, so it's not going to be happening. Here we go, 6-3 already for Flash. Looking to try and take this fight middle. That's aggressive push out. It will be the opening kill going away on the T side, but a couple of kills back from Mini and Zeph. Leave the T's with a man disadvantage. Attacker is Shanghai. Alright. That's the thing, I keep forgetting. I'm pretty sure that that's Zoking. So we got Summer. Then Freeman is Hong Kong, right? Either way, CT side are doing a great job in this one. It is going to be Summer. Hey, he's got his name correct. That makes things a hell of a lot easier. That mean Lovey is... Ooh, nice shot from Summer. That is at least going to be one. There's a low player. Zeph going to be looking to rotate in from behind. If he goes for an open plant here, he may be in trouble, but he's actually going to hide just behind the wall. So he actually gives himself a little bit more of a chance. Look to try and take this fight back. But left alone. We'll already spot out the first. Now, you can probably expect that Zeph will be coming in from behind. I don't know if he spotted him cross there. He's going to find the kill anyway. The 1v3 looking likely as Summer finds it. This game is just full of clutches. And Flash Gaming are leading the way with it at the moment. Summer wins the 1v3 as they take themselves a 7th round on the board and send the CT economy packing once again. Okay, they'll have the loss bonus built up to almost maximum, and they can definitely go for some pistols here. Right, so let's just go through. So, Attacker, Freeman, Zoking, Lovey. Am I correct? It's just when someone's playing, you just read it and you're like, you just forget. I may still make mistakes. You'll have to bear with me. There we go, though. The attacker. Finding the opener. Summer with a little bit more. And, well, it's left all on to G. Also known as Glow. Is going to be Lovey to put him down in the end. Pause called by MVP. Not surprised at this point. It's very confusing. Like I said at the beginning of this series, I've never understood when players do this. Like, if it's someone like Device calling themselves Deve or something, it's not really that confusing. Or like, for example, Glow calling himself G. It's fine. It's very easy to work out who it is. But at the same time, like, these matches, at least for like your European brand, like, I would want my name out there. I'd want my name to be like what you see. Like, if I do an incredible clutch, I want people to be saying, wow, that was an incredible clutch by Summer. Not like, oh, that was a great clutch by, I think that's Attacker, but like, I'm not entirely sure. It's just weird. Like, okay, fair enough, they want to have different names for this, okay, but I just find it odd, personally. I also find it odd that nobody's enforcing them to change their names, but hey-ho, that's just me. We're back into the game, and already will be Attacker down. Early kill going the way of the CT side. Zoking should be falling back, and T side looking to try and get themselves back into this one. The clutches for them have been pretty dope so far. Summer looking to try and do a little bit more. He's got to be careful. There is a man in towards the vent. Flashbangs, I don't think they actually helped, and almost get caught with the jump back across. Nice work from Zoking. We'll be able to get the opener as they do go pushing it on towards this site. Is Zyme trying to hold on, but he's not going to find anything more as Freeman takes him down. However, still, the man advantage sits.
Bomb has been planted.
With this CT side, however, that hasn't meant anything so far in this match. Solo pushing in towards Zoking, and he can't quite finish him off, even through the box. Still some utility in onto Solo, but somewhat in the worst position to actually use it. Already, they've done some damage here. Molotov is going to look to clear him out. It's Freeman to find one. Already another coming in for Zoking, and it's left all onto Solo. 1 versus 2, no time, and an AWP already saved. Freeman is just going to be running away, and another round on the board for Flash. It seems like Cash is their hometown here as MVP. Just haven't stepped up to the plate. Here we go, though. Buyback in for the CT side is not a particularly good one. Seems fairly forced, and we'll have some limitations behind it. They do have rifles on the majority of players, but utility is a huge limitation, and especially at this map. This map is one that's very effective when it comes to retake, especially on the A side, but you need that utility. Already, though, Summer is going to be kicking things off with that AWP. Attacker will actually be traded out. Glow doing the work there, so it is back into a 4 versus 4. Damage done as well, but they literally have no utility left on the CT side, and well, that means this push in towards the B side is going to be very difficult to hold indeed. Leading the charge is going to be Zoking, flicking that mouse around, but he can't get anything done. It will just be the trades back, and Glow, the Mini, hoping to try and do some damage here, but the spray through the smoke is going to find absolutely nothing. Mini trying to rotate in. He's been pretty quiet so far this game. They need to move very quickly. They do not have themselves a kit. Summer. Already going to end the life of one, and Glow is forced to save. Only need to use the official names in main. Actually, most of the time, at least for EU and CIS, the StarLadder admins will enforce them to use their proper names. Make it easier for the casters, the viewers. It makes sense. It makes sense. And it's just that this is being run by the Asian side of things, so I imagine it'll be Imba TV. So they have different admins.
Terrorists win.
Well, it's weird. For example, I know for a fact if you're say there's a break and you like there's 15 minutes or so, if you then don't turn up after that, a lot of the time you'll have to find a stand-in or something. But a lot of the pauses in this tournament have been ridiculously long. Like, I know you guys have sat there for 30 minutes. I've sat here for like 30-40 minutes. And it's just like, that shouldn't be the case. You even just from a sponsorship perspective, you lose viewers. But hey, it's happened. Not really much we can do about it. It is going to be 10-3. Death going to be looking to hold off on this push. Attacker hoping to trade the kill back, but slightly stuck, and well, the T side left with just 2 players remaining. Molotov will look to force them out of the corner, and actually instead just burns one alive. But it is left. On to 1 just to try and hold this back. And it's not going to happen. Mini will be there to close it. 10-4. T-side still with plenty of cash to buy back into this one. Don't opt to go for another AWP. It's going to be solo already. Getting that opening pick with the SMG. MVP at least looking like they may be able to bring this back to 5 rounds. And to be fair, they win the pistol and then go on to the T side. I definitely think this is possible for them. Here we go though, Zoking, nice spray through. Actually a missed shot from Mini as well, just hands him the 3rd kill. Zoking goes ham, but look at Glow, he's in a great position as well. It is just a round of clutches as he's now got 3 straight back. What on earth is going on, Summer? Can he now double down? He only needs 2. The others all found 3, but he's going to be flanked. Where did this round come from? The first play from Zoking should have ended the round there, but Glow goes ahead and said, no, we are not done just yet. 10-5. I'm kind of glad this is the last map because I don't think I have much of a voice left. What an utterly ridiculous round. Ten to 5. We are going to have the pistol round playing huge importance. Flash could just pretty much end this here and now. A 13-5 comeback. Obviously, assuming they manage to win themselves the next few rounds, but follow up, I mean. It's a horrible place to come back from. Here we go, though. 3 players currently in on this A side. We saw a stack in the previous pistol round and it wasn't enough. Playing a little bit of dancing game, Glow. Oh, T's looking like they might try to switch things up here. They got Summer waiting into middle. Minute left on the clock. Didn't find anything earlier. The previous side of the map. They're actually going to go switch things up all the way away from the stack here. Don't know what changed their mind, but whatever it was, it means that we're going to have Freeman with an awful lot left to do. Summer does manage to find 1. Freeman doesn't manage to connect absolutely anything here. And will just be slaughtered on the side of the rotation. Looking to come back in. There's a man in the vent itself. Mini will do the damage and attack another one to try and overtake him. We'll find 1 kill. Looking for a second, but there's nothing to be had. And while Zoking, all that's left, he's already in the site, in the thick of it. And MVP will take themselves the pistol. Want to have CT side investing into some pistols here. They want to break this back as soon as possible. They do not want to allow the T's to get back into this one. Little bit of damage done to Solo early on. They do only have 1 AK. Galil, okay, it is a rifle, but wow. Not even bought a nice skin for it. You can just turn on. Oh, Solo again. He really wants to throw that nade, but keeps getting whittled down. There's a couple of players here over on this B side of the map, and Freeman just looking to try and get some sort of opener. Here we go, though. T's looking to push in. There's a stack from the CT side already. Managed them a first kill. Taking a lot of damage. Still a man left on the site. Tapping away. A couple come their way, and there's only 2 players left. It's another one coming in from Freeman and the Dink. Onto the last. Lovey in from behind. Just about manages it. Looked like that was going to be clutched out. I think they know there's an AK somewhere, but they're not going to find it, and it is going to be flashed to win themselves the round with the pistols. Going to invest back in themselves, but a lot of SMGs. Wonder if the team... See, MVP seem fairly happy to not force these rounds, but this time they will go for it. Couple of FAMI purchased as well. Ready though. Just a standard setup really from the TT side. Much more default from what we've seen. T's all gathered up outside. Yeah, main position, but it looks like they're going to try and challenge for middle once again. Some are just going to be shoulder peeking it. Has his trusty MP9 in hand. Gets the timing very well indeed to find that opener. In the meantime, the remaining players look to split back towards this B site. 55 seconds left on the clock as they do. Looks like maybe just the early round A presence is just to try and bait players into that position. Glow. Tagged, but he will find the kill with the deagle anyway. And yet to be a trade, although Zoking in the corner. Just needs to hit a bullet or two. Well, actually, he misses quite a lot of them. Going to be one man on the site as we lose Freeman and leave it on to just Lovey. An attacker to bring this back. Lovey already manages one, but he doesn't spot the second at the back of the site. Information has been given to him, but he can't hit the shots, and it's left all onto attacker. Snaps onto the guy behind him, but as of yet can't find the kill, and Zeph will be there. It's a bounce back from MVP. There's no victory for either side at this point in these forced buy wars. Well, enough money actually onto Lovey for him to go for a rifle here. Interesting that he's going to be the one to have it. Feel like he'd want it maybe onto Zoking, attacker. Made out already. Lots of damage done by it as well. Zeph will be taking a dink, but not anything for the T side to worry about just yet. They'll juggle the SMG over and keep the AK in healthy hands. Build the T's. Just gonna wait nice and patient. Be interested to see if maybe attacker will drop that over to somebody else, just being low on HP. And do currently still have 3 players over towards the A side, but we've learned that so far them having early aggression over towards A hasn't really meant anything. They're very happy to just try and switch things up. A little bit of utility being thrown in, and well, it seems like at the moment MVP are just mind gaming their opponents. 1 player left on the boost. Will be attacker with that rifle. He's going to be able to find himself one, but getting out of here alive is going to be very difficult indeed. Shouldn't be able to do any more and won't. The rotation will now start to come back in from his teammates. Spam through the smoke almost finishes off Zeph, who's left on just 2 HP, and he's the one planting the bomb. So being able to die in that, a close kill. It's actually now Freeman's found one. Glow is very low on HP. This is where these pistols really do come into play. Summer's fairly low himself. It's more onto Zine. He'll be able to find one more. Left low on HP, and although Summer will close down his teammate, Zine will do enough. Finally, somebody will win these forced buy battles, as MVP are now 11-8, but realistically, the CT side can't force into this one. Soaking. Nice shot. Took him a few, but will find himself the opener. already gains himself an AK-47 and, well, has to be careful juggling that around as Solo is lurking in the area. However, it looks like Lovey's going to have the majority of players pushing in his direction. We'll see if there's any more USP heroes in this round. So far, not so good. And also, Attacker left very low on HP. Summer with the CZ. Flashbang not quite going to work in his favor. And realistically, you kind of hope that Freeman would just look to save this AK-47. He has been playing well, but, well, let's put it this way. This would easily be the greatest clutch we've seen so far. And it isn't going to happen. Definitely would have liked to see him save that, but oh well. It is going to be 11-9. T-side right back in this match. But we do have ourselves a buy-in. CT side, not with the best utility. They've got smokes, but they don't have any kits. Don't have any incendiaries. Again, we're going to see early aggression over towards this A site. Passive hold from Zine. Also yet to see an AWP on either side in the second half. Obviously, the sort of early battles did stop that from happening, but side. Looking like they're about to try and throw in a fake here. Lots of utility being expended over towards this A side of the map. Even going to be throwing in a player or two to try and sell out this fake. It is going to be Zeph going down, but in the meantime, it's a smoke down on B. That's the problem. Without the bomb being spotted, I wonder if the CTs will start to rotate a player back. They will. Zoking still ready and waiting here. He's going to be sat up above, finds one, almost the second, and now the remaining players of the CT side will go running. Solo maybe hearing all of the footsteps along the way as the Ts are going to get themselves the bomb plant, but the CTs are right in onto the site. The player there is surely screwed, although Zide still manages to get one. Eventually will fall, and Glow is so low on HP, you have to wonder, is it just worth saving his weapon here? Flash will bounce back, and yeah, Glow is just going to hide in the corner. Not bad for him, really. He can just drop over an AK to one of his lower financial teammates. And that would be Zine, who I feel like is a man that you're going to want having an AK-47. TI prize pool is 24 million plus. Not bad. I wouldn't mind, I'll be honest. Does anybody want to quickly teach me how to play Dota? Is it too late to enter the tournament? I'm sure I can pick it up in a week or two. Either way, CT side, even after winning the round, their buy has some limitations. Zoking going to go for utility over that rifle, and wonder if the T's are just going to opt to pick up the pace. Zeph really is just running and gunning, looking to get his way right in towards the A site. It's all going to be expended. You have Attacker here, but he's actually going to be dinked up and taken down by Mini. Still a couple more players that they need to find, and Mini's looking to do the work himself. 3 kills for him, and Glow is there alongside him. Looking like MVP are going to get themselves right back into this game, as the CT side money is now absolutely ruined, and Freeman has no choice but to try and hold on to his gun. Well, we'll see if he'll be able to. The T-side are going to come looking. 5 alive would be a big boost to their economy, but they know removing this rifle will help them out as well. Sat in a little bit of an off angle. Now the back box is expected. It's just in front of it that's not, but it won't matter. Zion is going to execute him. Not a single player lost either for MVP, which is pretty much as perfect as it gets. As now Flash don't have the cash, and I imagine they are just going to force right back into this one, knowing that the money isn't there. Either way, CT side have forced the issue. We've seen them do work with these pistols before. Already, Lovey will be taking a nasty tag, down to just 16 HP. It is much slower now from Flash. "40 seconds left on the clock as the T's do look to gather up over towards A site. 30 seconds left. They really do need to get their move on. And now the CTs have all gambled in. They've had the aggression through B as well, coming out from Zoking. And already it will be the first kill for Lovey. There's so many players to spray down, but the T's seem to be doing a good job of it. This flank now starts to make itself apparent. Zoking could still do the damage here. Smoke will be thrown, but there's definitely a gap in it. Knows what one of these players is, but it won't matter. Zion is just popping heads at the moment. Well, once again, the CT side are just not going to have the money to buy into this round. They will in the next. But it means that the likelihood is here that MVP are going to get themselves up to 12-12. MVP this round. Fast take in towards middle. Switching up the pace a little bit. Of course, there's not really that much over on the other side. Just going to be some pistols. And even then, they've slowed things right down. Attacker. Oh, he spots his opponent. Not sure there's much of a chance of him winning this one. Well, Lovey will meet the same fate. Lose. Obviously, sort of expected that they'll go for these sort of aggressive plays in these rounds. Well, 12-11, you can sort of understand why. You can see the panic start to set in for Flash. They really could have ended this a while ago. Remember, they did win that force buy in the second round, and it would have put the game pretty close to ending after their strong 10-5 half. However, this round, pretty much dead to rights. Zeph will execute Summer and the bomb. Gonna be going down. Nothing that Flash can really do about that. The best hope is for them to steal a weapon or two away. Away. Just gonna be the CT side saving nothing. I guess they just didn't want to face in the end, hoping somebody would push in their direction, and it didn't happen. It is going to be 12-12. MVP have evened things up, and looking like we're going to go the full distance here. They've got a hell of a lot of cash as well. The way that things have gone have benefited them massively economy-wise. Just look at the amount of players they've had saving over the last few rounds. Either way, this time, we do have a buyback. Still no AWPs. Very aggressive push going to be coming in from Zion, but smoked off early on. Won't go for anything too crazy. Wow, the CT side have gone very heavy in their defense of this B site. After very little in terms of the presence shown by the T side. This is an all-in-all gamble. Well, by the looks of things, it may not pay off. Again, though, this looks like a fake. The bomb going to be on the other side of the map as the T's look to push in. MVP definitely like throwing these rounds in, although they are fairly risky. Zeph has almost got lost in the smoke, and he finds one of his opponents, and the second as well. And I imagine the bomb now is just going to go rotating over towards the A side. I don't see any reason for them to try and continue with this elaborate ruse. Summer will go pushing through the flames, and just look at the position of Zion. This is left as a removal of economy. Well, that's exactly what he's doing. Zoking will go down, and it's left on to Freeman. We'll at least be able to take one with him. Almost a second, as Solo is left on 5 HP, but the fact is the money lost does not matter at all to the T side. They've got so much cash in the bank, and the CTs are left with very little. Probably just going to be some pistols once again as MVP now take the lead. They've got to be a little bit careful. Got a man down below them. Mini. He's going to find one. The trade's coming back in, but it's the T side out on top. And, well, they have the high ground. We know how that works out before. Doesn't matter how powerful you are. Sometimes that is enough. Lovey just looking to try and sneak his way back in. Finish off one more, and it's left all on to Freeman once again. And again, he will go down without much of a fight. T-side money, ludicrous at this point, and well, this could be the last buy the last full buy we see from Flash, unless they can pull something off. We've got Summer onto his AWP at last. Oh, and there's Mini to actually catch off Zoking very early into this round. A man advantage gained. Already a little bit of damage done. Was that through the wall? Did he just do 3 damage to him through the wall? Definitely not something to... I suppose it would have been 7 damage, but still. Not something to write home about. I guess you need a headshot for it to do anything worthwhile. Do have attacker waiting, but it seems like the T's are going to go rotating towards this B site once more. Taking mid control. A second player has rotated in towards that B site. I feel like the T's a little bit wary about the potential of somebody being in the vents. are just going to play this nice and patient. Aggression into A main. Gives the information over to Lovey, but the fact is it may be too little too late, as now the T's will come running in. Already one for Freeman, but that'll be all. The flash comes back in through the smoke, but one by one, the T side just execute their opponents, and well, Lovey, he was in for that A main aggression. He's now the only one left alive. MVP 1 round away from making it through to that upper bracket semi-final. Lovey just looking to try and hold on to a rifle here. The loss bonus will give him 3,400. He keeps his rifle. He can drop another. Make that buy just that bit better. They could buy some FAMASes anyway. They're going to be hunting, but the fact is they're not quite on the right side of the map. For the T side, obviously losing any players here is meaningless, as they'll be able to buy, even if they lose all the remaining rounds, till overtime. No problems there, but we are going to see a tactical pause called in. Seems a bit late. According to the chat, it was actually Flash who called it, but surely once you get to a point where you're on map point, it's a little bit late to be calling a pause. Maybe just have something they want to talk about, something they want to try. They did at least manage to keep themselves that rifle. Will be 3 rifles alongside the SMGs. Now, as said, it seems like when Flash are up against the wall is where they show some of their better rounds, but on this CT side, it definitely hasn't been the case. They had some decent clutch rounds in the first half to really bring them into this game, but from 10-5 up to now sitting 15-12 down, it really hasn't been a strong showing from them since. Either way, MVP very close to taking this over the line. Flash Gaming going down in towards that lower bracket. Zeph looking up onto the boost. Gotta be careful because Zoking is up close and the T's have to worry a little bit about a bit more presence in middle. Are they going to check the close range angle? Zeph will be looking down, and that is going to be the execution of Zoking. The first kill going their way. Will be a trade back from Attacker, but he takes a lot of damage in the meantime, and, well, the hunt is now on. Actually, the T side, it looks like they're just going to try and split back here. They'll be able to hold off all the rotation. Zeph in such a powerful position. He's going to sneak through and already find one. The remaining players probably going to try and go back in towards this B site. Taking their time, and this is just excellent work by Zeph. 2 quick kills come in, though. It's left onto Freeman, and Mini now in a 1 versus 1 versus Lovey to try and take this over the line. He has had a real resurgence into this second half and knows that Lovey will be in above. Flashbang going to be in, and it seems that Lovey has absolutely no idea where his opponent currently sits. The bomb is in such an open plant, and the peak's going to come out. Mini will end it. MVP are going to be going through to the upper bracket semi-final. It's been a long, long game for them. Winning their opponent's map pick, losing their own, but they will take it home on cash. A great comeback on the T side. And while that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed, you could type exclamation mark cast, or if you haven't, you can do it anyway. And I'll be back again tomorrow to bring you the upper bracket semi-finals. Good night.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.